Well guys, here we are in the car and we are actually going to pick up a few deals. So today we have a triple pickup. The main course, let's say, it's going to be a full PC with an i7 12700K and a 3070, so stay tuned for that one. And then later on we will pick up a Ryzen motherboard with a 32GB kit of RAM. Then a Ryzen processor to go in that exact motherboard. In the process we will see the beautiful Tuscany, guys. Let's get started. Okay, so we picked up the first PC. It was a pretty long drive, but I think it's worth it. The PC is basically brand new. You will see it once we get back in the studio. So I say we go ahead and pick up the rest. It was pretty heavy. Second pickup of the day. There was a bit of traffic, took a while, but we got a motherboard and some RAM for 120 bucks, so I'm pretty happy. Okay, last pickup, we've gotten a Ryzen 5 5600X. We paid 100 bucks in the end because the guy didn't read the messages, which is perfectly fine. Very happy with it. He gave us the cooler as well. So now we just have to figure out where to put what. Well guys, here we are the day after and we finally brought everything home. Yesterday we were a bit tired, so we did not film everything. But basically, the PC we have already tried at the guy's house, so we know it works. But we will go over the full specs in a second. But this was a great deal. The only issue is it's dusty. It's dirty and it's half ruined, like aesthetically. So we will just have to do a very good cleanup job and it's gonna be good to go. Then, going on about the rest, basically the CPU, he gave it to us full of thermal paste. So it needs some cleanup, but we tested this one at the guy's house as well. So the only really thing that's mystery is will the motherboard and the RAM inside it work, especially because my girlfriend just dropped it, so it might not. So we'll go ahead, try it out and see if it works. So, specs of this PC. It's got an i7 12700KF. It's got an MSI MAG 8750GF power supply. It's got a 3070 Palette Game Rock, a 360mm iTech cooler, and this very good MSI motherboard, coupled with 16 gigs of RAM and half a terabyte NVMe, which we will be upgrading. So, I think for 700 bucks, it was impossible to get better deals. So I say we go test out the rest. Okay, so we have everything working, but we had to update the BIOS because this motherboard, even though it's an X570, it does not support 5000 series CPUs out of the box. So we had to update it, which makes sense because if you think about it, the 3000 series was the first one, sorry, 300, then there was the 400, then the 500. And so each one corresponds to the respective Ryzen series, and the fifth is the last one, so you have to update the BIOS, if it makes sense. Now guys, you see this PC now from the outside, it might look decent. However, if we take a look inside, the dust is real. So I say we get cleaning, especially because the bottom is even worse somehow. So something else is the top filter is completely ruined, so we just have to throw it away, unfortunately. It's gonna be just better without. Okay, we have it outside because it was way too dusty for my studio. So this is the bottom filter, which I had already half cleaned, by the way. And then this is how it's looking on the back. Now, little tip, before just going ahead with the air compressor, just blowing on it, it's better to find where the dust is. So in this case, it's mostly on the outside, but on the inside, ooh, it's not too bad. So what we want to do is disconnect every single component that's really dusty and then clean them off individually and then dust off the case. Front panel is going to be the dustiest. Yes, so this needs to be cleaned, and it's time for your favorite part. And yeah, this one is going to be quite messy, so I say we start from the front, following the airflow. So it was so dusty, I had to relocate further ahead from my house, and just look at how nasty it is. Yeah, not the best, but so it's now time for the worst part. Guys, what even is this thing? This seems alive. That's why I wear gloves, guys. That's exactly why I wear gloves. Okay, so off camera, I've been cleaning this thing for like half an hour, but it's still not the best in terms of being clean. However, the motherboard is pretty much as good as new, which is actually kind of good. So I think we will have to dismount this graphic card to really get to the bottom of it, and also get some isopropyl alcohol out and start really going down on these fans. Okay, so we had to tear apart the whole thing, and we are manually cleaning all the fans. This one is already cleaned, this one are yet to do. And the GPU, 2 fans cleaned and 1 still dirty. So yeah, quite a bit of work, but it should come out great. Okay, now we have all the fans cleaned up, GPU cleaned up, so we're just doing a quick repaste on the CPU and then mounting everything back, and we are done pretty much, so I'm happy about it. So the paste application wasn't exactly the best, to be fair, but now we will fix that. Some fresh MX6 and we're good to go. And we're also gonna upgrade this XPG RAM to some quality Trident Z 4400 MHz DDR4. Well guys, if I told you that this PC was completely full of dust up until 1 hour ago, you probably wouldn't believe me, because it's looking brand new if you ask me, and I'm pretty happy about it. And here we are back in the studio a few days later, and I will just recap how all the deals went, because we have already allocated every single component we bought. So the PC again was pretty much already done. We just had to basically clean everything up, upgrade the RAM, I think, upgrade some storage, do a few things here and there, but it came out looking absolutely stunning. I will put the pictures up here, and again for the price we paid. Then the motherboard and RAM, everything was working, the X570M Pro, and that you will see soon on the channel. Both of them will go in the same build with a Ryzen 7 5700X that I just bought online, bought it shipped for 120 bucks. So 8-core 16-threaded CPU, pretty happy about it. After a nice 100 volt, it will come out looking nice. And the Ryzen 5 5600X, that one ended up going into a build. This build you see right here, green team build. Again, this will be a video as well. Maybe by the time you will see this video, it will be already out. We'll put a link to it here. But it came out looking extremely nice, and we just needed a CPU, or else we couldn't have sold it. So I'm really happy about it. I think 100 bucks genuinely wasn't really that good of a deal, but I needed the CPU, so I bought it. So which one was your favorite deal, guys? I think mine was the PC, genuinely. It was just looking so nice, and yes, it was really dusty, you will see in the clips. But it was very well spec'd PCs, and honestly, it was very well built, something I don't see often. The Ryzen 5, honestly, the worst deal probably, but I only bought it because I needed it. And the motherboard, again, very good deal, honestly. But I think the PC beats it. Also, do let me know if you like this kind of vlogs, and if I should do more. And if you want to see more, tell me what I should vlog about. And see you in the next one, guys. Bye.